Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to new standards of excellence.
Yes.
Say yes to engaging reportage with a difference.
Yes.
Introducing Yes International Magazine. The time to say yes to your dreams and aspirations is here.
I said, to have a taste of success in comedy, what must one do?
To have a taste of success, some of the key ingredients. One, originality. You have to be original. You have to be original. Okay, because copy can help you start, but it cannot sustain a career. Copy can help you start and gain some recognition, but it can't sustain a career. I've been doing stand-up comedy for 27 years professionally. If I was copying by now, I would have gone back, because you would have run out of people to copy after 27 years. So originality is very, very important. You have to be very, very creative. You have to be a good listener. You have to research. You must be able to read and go through materials, because what we are, comedians, we are unique storytellers. And stories can only come from you trying to soak up knowledge wherever you can find them. Because we are not saying anything. We are not saying anything that has not happened before. It's how we say it that makes the difference. We are not telling stories that people have not experienced before. In fact, the more relatable the stories are, the better and more impactful it is. But it's our delivery of it. You understand? And it's that extra from God that makes it talent. You don't know where it comes from. Just that your ability to process differently from other people and deliver differently from other people. That is the element of talent. That is the hand of God playing. But other ones, originality, creativity, hard work, being able to make friends, humility is key in business. You must humble yourselves for people to consider you approachable. Yeah,
I like that. Now, what mistake or what mistakes must any serious comedian not make?
The mistake that any serious comedian must not make is trying to capitalize on other people's misfortune, especially when they are in your audience. Okay, to capitalize on anybody's misfortune to create cheap jokes, for me, is a no-no. Because people will laugh. Because, I mean, a part of us want to laugh at other people's downfall. But the person whose misfortune you're capitalizing on will never be your fan. Again, you just lost one fan. You lost one fan, sure banker. You understand? Every other person will laugh, but you've lost that one fan. And if you've lost that one fan, you will likely lose any other person who sympathizes with that fan. You understand? So that is one thing to always be very careful about. Okay? So sometimes I go to shows and I watch some comedians, pick somebody in the audience and so batter them. It makes me uncomfortable. I may be laughing, but it makes me uncomfortable. Okay, I may be laughing, I understand situations where you're trying to do your job and there's someone in the audience who is trying to heckle you. Okay? Then in that case, you can pick on the person and silence them. All right? Because in war, everything is fair. In war, everything is fair. Okay? Because whoever is trying to obstruct your means of livelihood, just declare war. And in war, everything is fair. You understand? So you have my license, you have my permission to take on the person, and cause everything that you feel cause inside.
All right. Now, to stand out in comedy, to stand out, what must one do to be distinct, unique?
Yeah. Now, in the stand-up comedy business, for you to be unique, you need to understand your strong points. You need to understand your own strong points. For some people, it's delivery. It's delivery. It's not just about the story. They can take another person's story. The way they would deliver it will totally kill you with laughter. Okay? So if you know that your strong point is your delivery of materials, bro, use it to the finest level. Okay? Now, if you know you have language, some people have language. You know, some people are wordsmiths. When they talk, their power of oratory their sense of poetry is amazing. They can dazzle you and hold you spellbound. If that is your thing, use it. You understand? Some people is their ability to hold an audience captive. Arrest your attention, hold your attention until they leave stage. So that way, you may not laugh too much, but you can't do any other thing while they're talking. You understand? So you must discover what it is about you that is unique, that stands you out, that you use effortlessly to deliver. Then you work on it and use it effectively. All right. That's what it is.
Yes. Now, Okey Bakassi has a courage that evokes laughter. I mean, you're stepping out on stage, people are already laughing and stuff. Has it always been?
You know, the thing is that
You're just coming. You're holding the microphone. You haven't said anything. People are already rolling on the floor and everything. I mean,
yeah. Let me tell you one secret about myself. Now, if I say it, it will no longer be a secret. Okay. Okay. Let me go ahead and share with the masses.
yes.
My unseriousness,
Yes.
is a camouflage.
Okay.
Okay. So I like to use my unseriousness to catch people off guard.
To catch them.
Okay. To catch them mugu. You understand? So, when I'm in the mood to do stuff, okay, I can look very silly and very unserious. You understand? But most importantly, happy. Okay? Because you cannot give what you don't have. I like to smile. I like to smile. And the power of a smile is such that if you smile at somebody unconsciously, they smile back at you. Unconsciously. The person has to be a sadist for you to smile and they will not smile. It's involuntary. You understand? So, it's a tool that I use. I come on serious. You understand? Then you can interpret me any which way you like, so that when I start, as it begins to unfold, you begin to see that there's a seriousness about this unserious person. and you don't know where it's coming from. You understand? And the curiosity, the curious nature of human beings to find out how come so much wisdom and seriousness is coming from this unserious entity is what holds your attention until I finish. You understand? So that is that's what I do. That's what I do. Yes. That's what I do. Yeah.
All right. What are the best ways for a comedian to come up with quality jokes?
Yeah, it's research.
Okay.
Research. You have to keep digging.
Okay.
You understand? You have to keep digging, researching, finding materials wherever you can find them, working on them, because not every material is commercial. You understand? Out of all the many materials, content that you have, some of them may not make the cut. You understand?
All right. So what are the elements? What are the elements and qualities of a good joke?
Is the hidden message behind the joke. The hidden message behind the joke. Okay? So when you do a material that cracks people up, okay, and they listen in the moment and they laugh and then suddenly the message hits them, that come to think about this thing, this thing when you talk not true, you understand? Now you're done laughing, you're now processing the message. You understand? Then that is when people in authority begin to reference your material. Yeah.
I love that.
So, yeah. So then you know that, yes, you've done something. You've done something. When people can come to your concert, take excerpts of what you've done and incorporate it into, like, I was in a church where a bishop used some of my materials, as part of the message for that day. You understand? And I in my mind, I was nodding. I'm like, okay, you're really doing something. You know what I mean? You understand? When a bishop they cite you, you understand? That means you are also an authority. You are not associate man of God. You are not associate man of God.
I agree with you. Now, what are the attributes of a good comedian?
The attributes of a good comedian. I think I've said it, because the things that makes a good joke, and the thing that stands you out, and the thing that makes you unique, all those things put together, those are the attributes of a good comedian. You understand? Yeah. But the thing is that education makes everything better. Education makes everything better. Yes, makes everything better.
All right. Now, between comedy and acting, which one gives you more fulfillment?
I love both of them, I must say, but because comedy is a one-man act, it's a one-man act, I am more attached or more attracted to stand-up comedy, because it's the toughest art form. That is what I call it. Stand-up comedy is tougher than music, it's tougher than acting. You understand? Because it's you, your audience, and the microphone, and no moment to make any kind of mistakes. If you have 5 minutes, you just have that 5 minutes to impress an audience. There's no room for testing the microphone. There's no room for sound check. There's no room for give me only instrumental. Give me only instrumental. No. Once they give you the microphone and introduce you, you better make sense in 1 minute.
Otherwise,
in 1 minute. Yes. And if you experience a blank day in stand-up comedy, you realize that 1 minute is a long time.
Oh God. All right.
Yeah.
What is the greatest lesson that being in show business has taught you?
The greatest lesson being in show business has taught me is that you're on your own.
No help whatsoever.
Is the greatest lesson being in show business has taught me is that you're on your own. All the 10 million followers on social media, all the whole worldwide fans. Once you enter your bedroom, you're on your own. You're on your own. You're on your own. If you get begay, you're on your own. You're so on your own. You understand what I'm saying? And everybody definitely will have begay. You understand? Everybody, because you see, being a celebrity takes away your privacy. It takes away your privacy. Okay, so if you have 10 million fans, they suddenly become 10 million people that you're accountable to. So the more of them you have to be one way or the other accountable. You can't think these people will be cheering you, spending your money on you, and you think you also have your life to live the way you live it.
You do anything. You can't do anyhow.
No. Because the moment you invite them into your life, they have become stakeholders. You understand?
So you can't take some decision without consulting them.
No, you can be taking decision, you can be taking decision, but they need to be carried along. You understand? So if you want to help yourself, from the beginning in your career, you minimize how dependent you are on these things.
Wow.
You minimize how much validation. You are seeking from them.
Because you can't come to us for validation. We'll validate you. Then you think you are no longer answerable to us. No.
You'll be doing anyhow. All right.
You understand?
Right. Yes.
Because you cannot come to the fans. You cannot come to the fans and say you just built a mansion in your village. You understand? And when you sell that mansion, you are not telling them that you have sold it.
I like that. Now, man, of all the things that being in show business has done for you, which one are you most grateful for?
Of all the things that
being in show business has done for you, which one are you most grateful for?
I think it's the goodwill. The goodwill from good people. Okay. The goodwill makes it special. You understand? Because there are moments that you find yourself in difficulty, and people, out of their own generosity and love, you understand, want to reduce your burden.
Wow.
Then you realize that these people are doing this thing because they also love what you're doing. It encourages you. It's a special kind of relationship. So the goodwill is fantastic. The goodwill is fantastic.
I love it.
It's even, for me, it ranks higher than the money.
Wow. All right. Now, showbiz, you will agree with me, has done a lot for you. What has it not done for you?
What has showbiz not done for me?
Yes.
It has not changed who I am, and it will never will.
I like that. I like that. That's a beautiful answer. Beautiful
It has
answer.
never changed who I am, and it will never will.
I love that. I love that. Now, man, what is the best way for a comedian or an event compare to worm his way into the heart of his audience easily?
Easily.
Yeah.
I think it's by being honest.
Okay.
It's by being honest.
Yeah.
People love it when you talk to them honestly. People love it when you talk to them honestly, because for some reason people can sense the truth when it's told. People can sense the truth. So let me give you an example. You're invited to an event, strange audience. It's a demographic that you probably have not handled before, and you take the microphone and you go in front of them. You're polite, you greet, okay, warmly, cheerfully, honestly from your heart, and tell them honestly that I really don't know you guys and I can't act like I know all of you, okay? But hopefully by the end of this evening or this event, I would have known a few of you more personally. And one way we are going to build that relationship this evening is if only you guys will pay attention and listen to me.
What a beautiful line.
You understand? So, yeah.
I love that. I love that.
They will give you their attention because you've been honest with them and you've leveled up with them. You understand? So,
interesting. Now, what the comedian do anytime he encounters a difficult audience? Sometimes you're brought face to face with an audience that is difficult to please, to elicit laughter from them and stuff. When a comedian runs into such a storm, what should the person do?
Yeah, you see, if you're handling an event, again, and you run into difficulty, it depends on the nature of the difficulty. Is the difficulty coming from you? Is it coming from the organizers? Because you must identify where the conflict is coming from. There are too many things where we go wrong for an event. Excuse me. Now, one of them may be not from you, but from the side of the organizer. Because when you're a compere, you're handling an event, you're like the pilot of an airplane. It is your responsibility to take people safely from one destination to the next destination. You understand? It's your responsibility. And what you want to do is to grant everybody safe landing. In that moment, it does not matter who bought the plane. It does not matter who fueled the plane or who serviced it. You understand? It does not matter who is serving refreshment on the plane. What the people on board want is safe landing.
Take them to the destination.
Your role is to land that aircraft safely. You understand? So in that moment, when you're the MCO of an event, what you should be thinking about is how do we end this event successfully? And success here is accomplishing the objective of those who have hired you.
Wow.
It doesn't matter whether it's their fault or your fault. Now, it's a different thing from when you're having a bad day doing stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Okay? If you're having a bad day doing stand-up comedy, because it's a spontaneous art form, sometimes it's tricky for you to remedy yourself. Because immediately you begin to become jittery. The audience can also sense that you have lost it and you're jittery. The same thing I said in the beginning, which is honesty, is to be honest with them and take a bow out.
To tell them that you're jittery.
Yeah. And find the funniest way to tell them that person don't dry you. I don't F up. Oh, as soon as me like this, the head don't black. Make gonna no vex. I go leave am at this point. I go leave am like this. Make I no continue to dey fool myself. You leave it so that you can live to fight another day.
All right, man. As one of Nigeria's kings of comedy, what is your dream for that sector in Nigeria?
My dream for the stand-up comedy sector in Nigeria is for the sector to grow to a point where someone can decide from day one to say, I want to pursue a career in stand-up comedy, and they will know that they don't have to do any other job to make money. If they are doing any other thing, it's just because they have grown and they want to diversify.
Okay.
But it's not because they cannot sustain themselves doing just stand-up comedy.
Wow. All right, ma'am, I'm going to take the final question, so to exceed our time. If you had not taken to show business, acting and comedy, and if perchance or peradventure you decide also to do other than showbiz and engineering, what else would you have loved to do? Let's round off on that note.
Yeah, mechanic. No, I'm very serious. Yes, I'm very serious.
Why mechanic?
Yeah, I'm very serious.
Why?
I like to own an automobile mechanic workshop. You understand? No, seriously, I love it. I love that. I love it. Some people love fashion. Some people love. I love mechanic work. You understand? I get when I go to the mechanic, I get excited. I think it's a part of my training from when I was coming up as a young engineer. That I developed this passion for. But when I mean a mechanic workshop, I don't mean these things that we have here. Not joke of mechanic workshop, all these roadside things. No, if you go into a standard mechanical workshop, automobile workshop, you will love it. It's organized, it's clean, it's automated. You understand? Even from loosening your tools for loosening bolts and nuts will be pneumatic. You'll be using pneumatic tools to work with. You're using your computer to do fault tracing. You understand, and diagnostics. So it's one thing that I would love to do. Maybe if I go abroad someday, I'll go and learn mechanic. You understand? Come back here, open a workshop, and be fixing all of my car.
I love that. Man, yes, it's been a wondrously rollicking time, discussing with you tonight. Thank you very, very much. I really, really appreciate you.